I'm a transgender woman. My pronouns are she, her, and I will only accept those pronouns. I will not be addressed any other way.
What's gonna happen if people don't use your preferred pronouns? This sounds like a threat, my dear, and it's not a good look if you want to be treated as a woman. Women are not inherently violent like this, so maybe you want to think about that? Well, of course you wouldn't, because this is not about you wanting to live your life as a woman. You're appropriating an experience because it benefits you in your activism.
And in the workspace, I'm protected by that. Our students should be too, especially when they're not over 18, don't have a voice.
Okay, but there shouldn't be any rule that forces people to respect you, affirm you as a woman. It shouldn't be the case at all. And if you want people to affirm you or just see you as a woman, you have to look like one, sound like one, and act like one. But we all know that you're not willing to make the effort to look like a woman. Because you're not gender dysphoric, you're just an activist. You're fighting for an ideology that hurts children. And it's so pathetic that you believe that by identifying as trans, no one's gonna notice how harmful the ideology you're pushing, promoting, is. Especially to children. I'm sorry, buddy, it's not gonna work. I'm here to expose your ass. Very big ass. I want you to listen to this again.
I'm protected by that. Our students should be too, especially when they're not over 18, don't have a voice.
That is such gaslighting. It is due to the fact that children can't consent because they're minors that we should leave them alone and not force schools or anyone basically to affirm what kids temporarily identify as. It is due to the fact that children constantly go through phases, it's the point of childhood, that adults shouldn't blindly affirm what kids claim to be. But you're flipping this upside down, buddy. You're saying that because they're vulnerable and they're children, we need laws to protect them and their gender identity. No. It's kind of driving me crazy that everything nowadays is upside down. The Protect Trans Kids crowd advocate for the sterilization of gender-confused children with puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones. How's that protecting them? And the people who are against that are against the children. And here you have an adult man, a very grown man, saying that we need laws to force people, adults, to affirm children as trans if they identify as such. That's sick, because it is a slippery slope. You know what's really hard to do? Affirming a kid, truly affirming a kid as trans, while being against them going on puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones at the same time. Not really a combination that works out in real life. Because it all starts with affirmation, which is reversible, it's not medical, right? But it will end up being a medical disaster. So
I'm just imploring you to go beyond what, just really consider what is this fight really about? Why is it such entrenched? I know we hear a lot about religious liberty, and quite honestly, I grew up in Christian education all through college. I don't remember any of my doctrinal classes mentioning only male and female, and that's the way it should be. If you feel it is, awesome, good. You get to believe that. You don't get to impose those beliefs on anybody else.
again, with the gaslighting, it's so obvious. You don't get to impose those beliefs on anybody else.
And that's actually what religious liberty is that your right to believe that is protected, but the other person that identifies as something else is also is right to be protected. So,
wait, are you saying that trans activism is a religion? I mean, I don't think it's a religion. I think it's a form of cult. A fake religion, maybe, but kind of funny you're admitting that yourself. You're not a trans woman, my friend, and you will never be it. You're definitely not the most masculine man in the world, and you clearly deal with some issues, but it doesn't mean you're gender dysphoric. You shouldn't identify as a woman or something else but a man. Because you're not dealing with gender dysphoria, you're able to identify as a man, which you are, and I highly recommend you doing that. I also highly recommend you staying away from activism in general. I mean, clearly your moral compass is so broken. It's obvious to us all that you have no idea how the real world works. So I recommend you reading a book. Just one, بس واحد. Maybe don't be a part of movements that literally harms children. Talking about both movements, with of course one being worse than the other. Or if you believe I'm full of shit, you can also go to Palestine and be a trans activist. I will gladly pay for your tickets. Thank you all for watching. If you want to see more content like this, remember to hit subscribe and the notification bell. If you want to support me and my channel, you can become a member, or I have my PayPal link in the description down below. Follow me on social media. I love you and I cannot wait to see you in the comments. Peace out.